Paranormal Odyssey Investigations. We were contacted by Teresa about some very unexplained happenings on the property she lives on. We decided to take a walk in late January of 2021 and talk to Teresa about her experiences in more depth. On a very cold January day, our team arrived to talk with Teresa. Gina, Lance, and Martini Mary wanted to go on an adventure that day to see the location where these bizarre events occurred. Introducing Teresa to the team.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too.
This is Teresa. This is Lance.
Hi. Thanks for the pumpkin bread.
You're welcome.
This is an investigation of some strange lights in Brentwood, New Hampshire. When discussing the Paranormal Odyssey Investigations group during work at the 1686 house in Kingston, a haunted house itself, Teresa mentioned she thought she lived in a haunted house on a farm in Brentwood, New Hampshire. This is a privately owned property not open to the public. The phenomenon was reported in a local New Hampshire town located just south of Epping, north of Kingston, and about 10 miles west of the Atlantic coast. Teresa is about to take us there.
Yeah.
Kind of cold right now.
It's only like a 5-minute walk to the field.
Okay.
So Scout Oak Farm.
The strange events that happened on this property were some very unexplained lights from the sky that Teresa experienced while walking in the field two different times, once with her grandson and once alone. The first event, the light was seen in late 2019 during the fall and winter part of the year. Teresa and her grandson were taking a walk in the field, and a light appeared. It enveloped her 10-year-old grandson. Teresa quickly snapped a picture, not knowing what was going on. She stated that she got a feeling from the light that it was a blessing or a kind of loving light shining on her grandson. She said it lasted around maybe a minute. She stated that she was somewhat stunned and did not look up to see the source of the light, perhaps coming from the sky. She stated it was over before she knew what was happening. She describes having feelings about the light being benevolent. Upon further questioning, she stated her grandson had no ill effects, no marked changes, no health or mental impact, no irregular evidence on the skin, and no visible changes. The time of day was around afternoon.
So Teresa, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
On that light picture,
Which one?
well, the only one Gina showed me. Did you actually see the light, like physically, before you took the picture, or did it just show up in the picture?
I've seen it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, that was the second one. This was the first one. And it was like a guardian light coming down, going right over my grandson.
Did he act differently? I already asked you this.
No, he didn't.
In late January of 2021, we hiked out to the field and got GPS coordinates on the reported events, lining up the original photographs with the existing landscape and using Teresa's witness testimony.
And that's where the rays, one of the rays was. Another one of the rays was where I sit under my pine tree.
So it's not like it's coming through the trees.
No.
It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. Let's see if this is sturdy.
So that was spot number
No.
one.
It's a little better.
That was spot
Just
number
the ground
two.
froze. What are you pinning it with?
Should I go pin the map with you or stay here with Mary?
That's about it, don't it? He was down there where the snow was, under this tree.
Yeah, there's that tree.
The two light encounters were in this field on the farm. The field is agricultural use and in the past was use for livestock. The origins of the farm have been traced back to about 1717 Previous to the farm owners that have it now, there was a family that kept it since 1717, so probably were colonial homesteaders. Previous to that history, it's unknown. So basically, getting back to the lights in the field, there were two events, one with the grandson and the second one. The second one, Teresa was alone. About 9 months forward from the first event, Teresa was out for her routine walk on the farm. She had sat down to meditate when the light appeared not far from where she was sitting in the field. Instantly, she recognized the experience from her previous encounter. But this time, she was immediately spooked. She said she felt this light had a very different feeling than the first. The light evoked a malevolent feeling for Teresa. Scared, she got up and ran back to her home. Again, she did not look to the source of the light, just reacted and immediately moved quickly to get away from it. The second event happened around June or August of 2020, about 9 months, and about 500 feet from the first event. Again, no obvious mental or physical changes were witnessed.
Up here under my pine tree. I always sit under my pine tree for an hour.
And that's where the light
Every day.
appears?
Yeah. I think the high heavy beam from here, it wasn't cold out. It was towards the end of, yeah,
summer.
I'd like to say.
It
But
was
that
summer.
other one, there was a little snow, so it was, it was usually, it's probably late fall. But this is where I sit every day and meditate and say my prayers and ground myself under this beautiful pine tree.
So this was the second spot.
Yeah.
So Mary had a good idea to see if there was any kind of energy readings or anything over
Thinking.
here.
The strange events that happened on this property were some very unexplained lights.
Yeah, I thought they were coming for me that time. I really got up and ran. I was horrified. I'd never really witnessed anything quite so bizarre.
But you've never seen anything like in the sky, no UFO or anything like that, right?
No.
No noises, no nothing.
Kind of creepy. There are things living in it. Makes noises too. That's when I get up and run. I'm like, I'm good. I start clapping,
Right, so
banging the pots and pans.
I dropped the freaking thing.
not even a little blip on the EMF on it. So
Too bad you can.
Mary, too.
I'm gonna run back down to that bottom one to see if there's any EMF on the little spot in the ground.
All right, I'm gonna take-
Okay, so there's no EMF on that top one.
Nothing?
No, it stayed absolute zero.
Sure you'd get something.
I was kind of thinking I would too, because the ground is definitely looking different in that one circle. But I'm gonna try this one. Nothing. No energy whatsoever. Okay, so no energy readings down there either.
I sat there and it was like right in front of me. Like,
Show me where.
All right, you need to drop that pin before I go hypothermic.
Show me.
yeah.
Teresa, show me where. Go like this. Show me.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
The first pin, or the first encounter, is the northernmost pin, and the second encounter is the southernmost pin. Both were only about 500 feet apart from each other. Although the lights were only 500 feet apart, although 9 months apart, the whole situation has left us with some very interesting questions and absolutely no answers. We have no explanation for the lights. We just know that they were reported by a witness and they were a very local event. So we have to wonder about it. and continue to consider it a mystery. Have you ever seen any lights in the sky or strange lights that you can't explain? Have you ever encountered paranormal entities, ghosts, or cryptids? Contact us at our website, spookyus.org, or Paranormal Odyssey Investigations Facebook page. Thanks for joining us today, and as always, stay curious and filled with wonder. See you soon.